We had some exciting moments in 2014. It's only right to look back. Next on SFBN Talks High School Sports. Talk about that game and that team in particular.
And let's talk about some of the players. Yeah, so let's talk about that.
Welcome to SFBN Talks High School Sports. I'm your host, Ari Bluestein. We wanted to share with you a few of our favorite segments from the show thus far. As we mentioned, there were 4 local teams in the state soccer championship games up in Hershey. Well, before their game on Saturday, we had a chance to talk to Ken Lawson and Davey Simpson of Holy Ghost, George Rodriguez of CB West, Nick Zlupko and Carly Metzger of Villa Joseph Marie, and Dave Moffitt of Great Valley. First off, congratulations on the great season that you have had so far, and thank you to each of you for coming on the show today. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for having us.
My pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Now let me ask each one of you, talk about your run to the state championship game.
It's been great. Just watching the way that our players are performing, the way that the community is rallying around the girls, the support that we're getting at games. It's been pretty special.
Coming off of last season where we won the state championship, for our squad to make it back to the final, it's pretty remarkable. I think it says a lot about their character, their ability, and their overall drive to get to the final game.
We went into the district tournament as a 15 seed after a couple tough league losses that put us there, but then we got on a roll and ended up in the district final, losing to a Central Bucks East team with a tough 1-0 loss. But then once we got in the state tournament, we knocked off the District 11 champion and then the District 3 champion, and then in the semifinal we beat Mechanicsburg, which got us to the final against Peters Township.
As coaching staff, we knew we had a strong team coming in this season. We gained some new freshman players that we knew would add to the team. We have a strong group of returning seniors that have been to a state championship game before. They set the goal early in the season that they wanted to return to the state championship game. Although we had some bumps along the way, we had a mid-season loss. I think that helped the team refocus and work better towards reaching that goal.
Now, Davey, let me ask you, what was the turning point in your season this year?
I think the Saturday night game at YMS against St. Benedict's Prep was a big turning point. We worked a lot on our preparation, on how to defend our roles and responsibilities, and they really took that forward in the final run to get here.
Now, George, who are the key players that have helped you succeed this year?
I think Grace Bendon, Shay McCarty, and Carmen Telesco have 3 of my 4 captains have done a tremendous job of leading this team, not just on the field, but off the field. And you're looking at Grace as one of the best goalkeepers in the state, Shay being one of the best attacking players, and Carmen, who I think is completely underrated and is just outstanding.
Carly, you were a player at Villa Joseph Marie. Now as a coach, how do you relate that experience to your current players?
The transition from player to coach has been absolutely incredible. Our program is one that's built on team unity, chemistry, and tradition, and upon coming back, it was truly amazing to see that those fundamentals were still in practice, and I can't believe I'm a part of it again, and it's been an incredible journey.
Dave, you suffered a loss in the state semifinals last year. How has that experience helped your players get over the hump this season?
We brought back a core of guys that suffered that loss in the state semis after going undefeated through the year, and that was their motivating factor all year, all their off season and all the preparation was getting back into the playoffs and ultimately getting to the state championship. So every game they were digging deep and relying on that experience that they had, the understanding of the pressure and how critical every pass and every play was. And that core group of guys had that belief that they were going to get there, and I believe that was the difference.
Thank you all again for coming on the show today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
Welcome. You're welcome.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, 3 out of those 4 teams won the state championship on Saturday. Villa Joseph Marie won 1-0 over Villa Maria. Holy Ghost Prep took down Lancaster Mennonite 3-1. CB West needed overtime, but they defeated Cannon McMillan 2-1, and Great Valley in a very close physical game lost 2-1 to Peters Township. Congratulations to all 4 teams on phenomenal seasons. When we return, we'll get back to our football discussion here on SFBN Talks High School Sports.
For over 30 years, the Runaround has serviced southeastern Pennsylvania as the premier team outfitter in the region. Located in Abington, the Runaround serves as a one-stop shop for many of the area's top high school and collegiate athletic programs, as well as numerous travel teams, youth organizations, and corporations. With its top-quality screen printing and embroidery coupled with the best prices in the region, the Runaround is your answer to any team apparel needs.
I got the personal attention I needed, I had a lot of options when I graduated, and as far as I'm concerned, this is my dream job.
Ryder prepared me for my NBA career, and I also got the education that I need for life after basketball.
I had 6 teaching internships while I was at Ryder, and right after graduation, I started a career that I love.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Welcome back. In addition to football, there are many competitive fall sports, and not many people realize how difficult it is to play field hockey. So we sent out Jack Kapp to Episcopal Academy to learn a little bit more about the sport.
I'm Ari Bluestein. I'm a senior at Episcopal Academy and I play defense.
I'm Christy Palese. I'm a senior at Episcopal Academy and I play midfield.
Jack Kapp is joining us today from SFBN.
And we're showing him some of our field hockey techniques.
we doing here now?
Okay, so this is the basics of passing and receiving.
Okay.
So obviously this is used all over the field. So when you're passing the ball, you want it to be a little bit out in front of you, so you can. In front of you. So you can take a step onto it and get the most power. Your hand is at the bottom of your stick. Okay. And your other hand's at the top, and you want to stay low, knees bent, and hit through it. So. And then when receiving the ball, you want to be low again, and you kind of want to catch the ball with your angle face down a little bit so you can absorb it.
So if you have your stick too much like this, it's going to pop over.
Yeah.
So you really want to be more like kind of like this a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. How many years does it take to get good at this?
It takes a lot of practice, but
it takes a lot of practice.
Get
the ball's out in front of me.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, there's a nice flat one.
That was good.
I'm going to receive from Allie here. Oh, jeez.
And yeah, I can't hit your body.
No, I can't hit your body. I feel. You see, I'm a soccer player.
Yeah.
I feel like stopping with my foot. Okay. That's not bad, right?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, and it's out.
And can't hit that side of your stick
no,
either.
You can't touch it then.
No.
Because the whistle would sound immediately.
Only the flat side.
So you've been at EA since when? When did you come
Well, I've
here?
been at EA since I was a freshman, and I'm a senior right now, so it's my 4th year at Episcopal.
And you played hockey all 4 years?
All 4 years. I made it varsity as a freshman.
And what has your experience been like on this hockey team?
I've had an awesome experience on the field hockey team. I love the coaches. They're really experienced.
You're very lucky to have Miss Buggy, right?
I know. She played in the Olympics.
So now, what is your favorite part of playing on the team? What do you like to do most?
My favorite part about field hockey is transferring the ball, and that's when you transfer the ball from the left side of the field to the right side.
So are you a left defender?
Yes, I'm a left defender.
So is that because you're left-handed, or what is it?
No, I'm right-handed, but I'm probably better on the left side, I'd say.
Now, everybody has to play right-handed. We already
they don't make
established
left-handed
that.
sticks.
There's no such thing because the curve, the round part you can't hit with, right?
It takes a lot of practice.
And it's been worth it, right?
Yeah, it's been really worth it.
What is your record here at Episcopal? What is the current record of the team?
Our current record right now is 19-1.
19-1.
I know.
I've been at EA since 2nd grade.
And what has your experience been like both academically and in sports? Tell me about it.
Well, I love every part of EA. I've had a great experience athletically as well. For field hockey, I've been on the team for 4 years. Field hockey season is by far my favorite season. I love the team, the coaches.
What is your favorite aspect of the game?
Well, I really like shooting and scoring. I think that's fun. Well, I like being all over the field. I like shooting, and I get to do that on the corners, which is an offensive man-up situation. So I think that's fun.
All right, so this is a basic move that you use to get around defenders and to dribble up the field. So you're gonna drag your defender to the left and then
very
pull
good at
right.
This. Yes. Oh my. Can you do that one more time?
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm bringing her to the left and then pulling right and going around.
Like this,
Yeah.
and then drag it back, and then come around her. Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
And then try it again, right? Go the other way. So I'm gonna drag her this way and then trying to fake her out. Of course, she's pretending that I'm good at this, but this is very hard to do.
It's so hard.
It is. It takes years to develop. I can see that.
It's a lot of practice.
It takes a lot of practice to do this. But you can only hit it with
the flat side. You can't
the flat
hit them.
side of the stick, which is a very small area. This seriously could take years to learn. For
Oh,
someone
it's really
who's never
hard to
played
learn.
before,
Yeah, it's
right?
hard to
I mean,
learn.
and you're going to be playing against each other. So tell me what that's going to be like. You've always played with each other.
Yeah, we've
as
always been on the
teammates.
same team.
What are you expecting when you play against each other?
I'm excited. I'll have to make sure I'm serious.
I know, it's gonna be a really cool game, and we're only like 10 miles away from each other.
It's right down the road.
So it's right down the road. That's gonna be really cool.
Well, that should be fun. We would like to see also some passing, an on-the-ground pass.
This is sweet.
And
you
that's
stop
a
it right
beautiful
in front of your
stop.
feet.
That's very skilled. It's a higher level, more
Yeah,
sophisticated.
you can do an aerial.
Perfect. You think I can try that move? Actually went pretty good, huh?
The Sports Fan Base Network, this area's leader in high school sports broadcasting, is heading to TCN with a brand new talk show. Tune in every other Wednesday, 6 p.m. on TCN for SFBN Talks High School Sports.
Hi, I'm Ari Bluestein, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Last week was Thanksgiving, a day that brings out some of the best high school football rivalry games. Philadelphia has the oldest one in the country between Northeast High School and Central High School.
A plain, carved wooden horse doesn't mean much to most people. However, if you went to high school at Northeast or Central in Philadelphia, the significance of this equestrian statue could make or break your school year.
The game is the game. There are no other games that are important.
That was actually an event. It was more important than anything else.
So basically every other game isn't as important.
As far as rivalries go, the Central Northeast game was the ultimate game.
And it's a great rivalry.
Biggest rivalry in the nation. Forget Florida State, Florida, Michigan, Ohio State, Northeast Central.
Thanksgiving is a time for three things: family, food, and football.
The Central Northeast game is the biggest game of the year, no matter how you did every year, whether your team was, winning, you were in the playoffs.
But my best memory, 1969, playing in the game, getting an interception. 2 plays later, we scored, won the game 16-12.
I played for Central for varsity 2 years. That was my junior and senior year. The Thanksgiving Day game is always probably the one game that you always want to win. You could lose or win any other game, but you just always had to win that game, and it was always special as a player.
Leading up to the first kickoff, when you're out there on the kickoff team, that's where it's just, all your adrenaline's pumping, and you're at your peak, your highest point, and then once you get that first hit or that first tackle, you say, okay, that's memorable.
I don't know, it was the best game I played. I caused 2 fumbles, got a lot of tackles, and at least for me, I thought it did feel special going up against the Central guys.
It's a different feel, it's a little bit of a buzz. That feel is maybe a little icy and ready to unthaw. The atmosphere is going. It's the holiday time. You have a bunch of dudes that you might have played with or played against the year before. They're coming home from college, and they're wearing Northeast gear, but they're also wearing their college gear. So it's reality that this may be the last time you suit up in that black and red or in those Central colors. So that's how important Thanksgiving is.
118 times.
A date which will live in infamy.
Northeast High School played Central High School on Thanksgiving morning. Rain or shine.
This is a day when all Americans from every walk of life unite in our resolve for justice and peace.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Making it the oldest and longest continuous high school rivalry in the country.
My understanding is that Northeast started approximately 50 years after Central opened in 1836. The first game between Central and Northeast was in 1890. It is the longest continuous high school rivalry in the United States, to the best of my knowledge.
It was a good experience to play that game. Probably, I would say, the most meaningful game in our country's history as far as the Thanksgiving rivalry goes.
Well, it just means that, hey, here's a time for us to really show that, we are a better school. We're better athletes, and we're going to win this game for for this wooden horse. That's one part of it, but there's a lot more to it than just winning for that wooden horse. It's you know, something that starts back in middle school when you're putting in your high school applications and you get your acceptance letter and you find out that, hey, I'm going this way, a friend's going that way, and the rivalry begins.
But it's there. You let the kids know what it means to you, what it not only to you, but also to the school. It's 100 years, so it's not an everyday thing. It's the horse, it's bragging rights, and you know, not a lot of schools can say that they have a rivalry this long, and it means something.
On the last Thursday in November, records don't matter. All that matters is winning this game. The game is so important, in fact, that it can cause family arguments, and it can make the best meal of the year taste foul or flavorful.
I don't have Thanksgiving dinner at my house because I can't go to a Thanksgiving game if there's a turkey cooking in the oven. So
my oldest brother and his wife went to Northeast, and my middle brother and I went to Central, and we still have debates and arguments every year over Thanksgiving dinner. It's great.
The Northeast Central game is at the top of everyone's list. Everybody plans their Thanksgiving around the game. I have heard of dinners being changed because the game starts at 10:30. By the time you get out and get home, it is the prime game on both teams' schedule.
That was one game that we always wanted to win, no matter how successful or unsuccessful the season was. We always had to give it all. So, and winning the game on Thanksgiving made everything taste better.
It's the longest halftime of the year. Dance team, cheerleading, the band, so of both schools. Everybody, you know, everybody gets their time to shine on that day. So, and you just hope that, hey, at the end of the day, it is your team that has shined. Because when your team hasn't shined, it's some lousy turkey that you have and bad talk around the Thanksgiving Day table. So,
Coach Schumer, basically a pregame speech. He said, you want to win this game, because if you don't win this game, you won't eat turkey, you'll eat crow. So 28-0, we were eating turkey.
It's just the buzz around the game, the excitement pre-game, the excitement leading up for the game all through the week. And inside of the school, that whole week, you know, before it's pretty exciting. The administration all the way down to teachers and staff, everyone's asking you, are you ready for Thursday? Are you ready for Turkey Day?
There is no constant to this game. Either team could win. The only real thing that is known is that the alumni will come back to root for their team and catch up with old classmates, like a mini reunion.
I kept my affiliation. My son is the defensive coach for Northeast, and I go out to all the games and see old friends, and I just love being there.
I enjoy seeing old classmates. That's pretty much the main thing, seeing old classmates when I go back to the game.
The best part of it is the spirit in the stands and seeing people you haven't seen, you know, for a long time. People come back.
And the game is still what it always has been. You know, a big crowd, everybody comes, everybody's excited. It's the biggest game of the year, no matter whether you won the championship or not. No matter what your record is, it's always the biggest game of the year, and it always draws a big crowd. It's great to go back and see alumni that you haven't seen. You know, every year more and more people come back, so it's very exciting.
There's a core group of us that still goes every year.
yeah, I kind of almost like it better now because it's almost not so much about the football. It's catching up with everybody, and we watch football occasionally and yell and scream and cheer, and
it's a built-in reunion.
Yeah.
Outside of the big number years, it's a chance to see the people that you haven't seen since high school.
Yeah. It was just a time for us to come and be proud that we were members of that school.
Everybody went. It didn't matter what part of the city they were from. They were at Northeast on Thanksgiving morning, representing Central with lots of pride.
Yep, didn't matter what the weather was like, didn't matter
They were
what time
cheering
it
in the
was.
crowds.
Yes.
Central, Mambo.
Ole, ole!
This game is rich in tradition and has been played for over 100 years. And in an ever-changing society, it is good to see that this tradition is still going strong and will carry on for hopefully 100 more years.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. Happy New Year, and we'll see you on January 7th, 2015.
Select video equipment for SFBN Talks has been provided by DMP Video. DMP Video. You provide the moment, we'll capture the memories. For more information about our videography services, please go to our website at www.dmpvid.com. The Sports Fanbase Network, this area's leader in high school sports broadcasting, is heading to TCN with a brand new talk show. Tune in every other Wednesday, 6 p.m. on TCN for SFBN Talks High School Sports.